The softball calendar officially turns to April, and all eyes are on downtown Atlanta as we get you ready for a midweek matchup between the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets out of the ACC and their in-state rivals, the Mercer Bears, out of the Southern Conference. Welcome inside Newborn Field alongside the two-time national champion Nicole Mendez. I'm Jill Jelnick. Long, rich history between these two teams. They've played each other 75 times, nearly every year since 1987, but it's been their most recent meeting that has carried the most weight and the biggest bragging rights.
The most recent meeting, I mean, winner takes all. This was to keep your season alive, to keep it going. Mercer, they had hit after hit, and they just could not miss. Ended up getting several runs, ended up beating Georgia Tech in the Florida Regional, went on to play Florida, ended up getting the loss, but it's a big moment. Two big teams battling back-to-back, ultimately moving on.
First ever NCAA tournament appearance for the Bears and first ever NCAA tournament win. Bears will look to get back to the postseason as well as the Yellow Jackets, but it won't be easy. The two teams in the thick of conference play right now, but trying to reset and regroup for this midweek matchup.
Midweek matchup is the key word right there. Whenever you have a midweek, being able to find the momentum, work on the things that you need to work on, especially this part in the season. You don't always get a lot of practices, so being able to reset and prepare and propel yourself into the weekend series is going to be big for both of them, trying to build that conference slate and that resume.
Both Mercer and Georgia Tech will lean heavily on their leadoff hitters to set the tone in this one. Avery Barton, the leadoff hitter for the Bears. She brings a lot of power, not your traditional leadoff hitter. And then Alyssa Willer, she is seeing things very well at the plate. Both of them a great combination of speed and power.
Yeah, you don't always think of traditional leadoff being that power hitter, but whenever you have those numbers and you're able to get those runs in a hurry, how can you not put those hitters up at the top of the lineup?
Avery Barton, certainly someone to set the tone at the top, but then the other player to keep an eye on in this Bears offense, the cleanup hitter, Olivia Lenzen. It's not summer yet, Nicole. She's seen beach balls at the plate.
Beach balls, whenever you're a hitter and it is just big, bright, you cannot miss. Lenzen, she has been over 500 on base percentage. She is seeing the ball well, but also that opens up that 5 and 6 spot in the lineup. You add more production. You also add more base runners. That's always a good thing for Mercer as they're trying to get this started in a hurry.
Lenzen and the Bears offense will go up against the Georgia Tech right-hander Madeline Johnson. Getting the start in the circle today, the transfer from JMU. She's been the workhorse for the Yellow Jackets all this season.
Yeah, and right now, Georgia Tech, they're wanting to get their workhorse out in front, get the momentum. Again, cannot stress that enough. She has a rise ball that's very hovery, sits around 62. She'll play that off with a screwball that has pretty good movement, but the changeup at 55 miles an hour, it keeps hitters off balance. That's going to be her bread and butter. That's what she's going to be working, not just in this first inning, but all throughout. Can we keep these hitters off balance?
Yellow Jackets rocking the Georgia Peach uniforms today. Just switching it up a little bit. It's been their go-to uni for the midweek matchup. They're 2-0 in those Georgia Peach uniforms. Looking to get some luck today, snap a 3-game losing streak. First pitch to Barton, she pops up. Avery Barton hitting .306, one of 4 Bears hitting over 300, 270 as a team. Her very first at-bat in Game 3 this past weekend against Wofford, led off the game with a home run.
There's that spinning rise ball that you're going to see quite often. It just makes you feel as a hitter, you see the high spin rate, but it just floats in, almost hovers, and you feel yourself starting to lean. That's the moment where you know, if you're Johnson, that you've won, but you have to be able to reel it in. I think whenever I look at Georgia Tech and their pitching staff, it's the pitching behind and counts. So you start off, you get the first strike, but pitching behind and counts makes it so much easier as a hitter to narrow down my zone and swing at pitches just like that one over the plate.
Foul ball evens the count 2-2. Georgia Tech pitching staff coming into today with a 3.9 ERA. Johnson, certainly the workhorse, has over double the innings pitched as anyone else on the staff. 38 walks to 88 Ks, also most on the staff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just like that, Madeline Johnson sits down the leadoff hitter Avery Barton to start the game.
Exactly how you want to start off the game. You go with the hovery rise ball, and again, the changeup is the bread and butter. Look at the downward movement, the way it tails down as that barrel starts to go through the zone. As a hitter, you have to be disciplined, knowing whenever that ball comes in, if it's starting at the bottom of the zone, it's going to drop off.
First pitch to Daniela Monaco, goes upstairs for a ball. That nasty changeup, whenever you can change those speeds like that, keeps hitters off of their toes, especially those without those power numbers that want to swing for the fences.
Well, we talked about the leadoff and how great they are for both teams. That's one of the best hitters in each lineup. So not only do you want to keep the leadoff batter off bases, but to start off the game and getting a strikeout with the best hitter, that's exactly the role that you want to have.
Monaco skies this one towards center field. Going back is Vukadinovic. She's underneath it and makes the catch for out number 2. So Monaco able to get a piece of it, but stays inside Mewborn Field. 2 down. That brings up the 3-hole hitter, Grace Jones. 2-way player for Mercer. Has a lot of pop in her bat and is an exciting player to watch for the Bears.
I think anytime you have a 2-way player, that's something that you want to keep an eye on, help manage, especially whenever you're an underclassman. You're trying to figure out, what does my role look like? How do I manage being a good hitter, being a good pitcher, being a good defender? It's a fine line that you have to work through.
You were a 2-way player at Oklahoma. What was the hardest, most challenging thing when you had to pick up the bat and also get in the circle?
How to fit it in time.
Slices this one over to third, but Tucker is there for the out. So 1-2-3 inning for Georgia Tech. Yellow Jackets picking up the bats for the first time when we come back. Alyssa Willer looking to set the tone here for Georgia Tech and gets things started. And when she goes, the rest of the team goes. Seeing the ball well right now, team leading 386 at the plate.
I mean, I think you said it best. Whenever she goes, the team goes right behind her, being able to come out and set the tone early. We talked about the importance of having that lead off. But right now, early on in games, whenever pitchers are trying to find their rhythm, trying to find their style, you want to be able, with those top 3 hitters, and you see Grayson Tucker, she's highlighted. She's another hard hitter to get out. Leads the team in home runs with 10. But whenever you're able to have a stacked first 3, you set the tone early. And Georgia Tech, they don't have an issue getting out in front. It's just the finish of the games.
Willer drills this one towards right field. That's off the wall. And she will retreat back to first base. But how about setting the tone there? Alyssa Willer. Just the second pitch comes up with the single to get it going for the Yellow Jackets.
I mean, this is a hitter who's aggressive, knows what she wants. This is the pitch over the middle of the plate, and it's elevated. You keep your hands high, and with a hitter like that, again, a lot of power, a lot of pop. going to do a good job, but that was a good job getting that ball in quickly. Easily could have been a double, and then already you have a runner in scoring position.
Quick bunt from Holly Medina, but that will roll foul. So Georgia Tech playing a little small ball here against the starting pitcher, Katie Rearley, in the circle today for the Mercer Bears. Rearley coming into today, 6.58 ERA out of Townsend, Georgia. Just one of 2 seniors on the team trying to get it done here for Mercer in the circle. Quick bunt, pull back.
You're going to see a lot of curveball and screwball action from Rearley. She likes to work away from hitters. So with lefties, you're going to see a lot more of the screwball. With righties, a lot more of the curveball. She'll go both sides, but she likes to keep those hitters out in front and leaning because changeup is her money pitch.
Medina gets it down towards the first baseline. The quick throw over to 1, and it's in time. But Medina does her job, moves over Alyssa Willer, and now Georgia Tech with a runner in scoring position.
So really, she's a steady Eddie pitcher, and you look at this midweek, and for Mercer, getting to play Georgia Tech, I'm sure this is a rematch of battle. Again, the last time they saw each other, they were in regionals. So there's that energy, there's that reminder in the back of your head. If you're Georgia Tech, man, I got a little bit of a bone to pick with you. And if you're Mercer, there's that pride involved of, we did it once, we want to do it again. We want to set that standard that we're that team that can compete at that level.
Upstairs for a ball to Grayson Tucker. Tucker, one of the hottest hitters in this Georgia Tech lineup, leads the team in RBI with 35, also home runs with 10. Just one home run away from a career 25 home runs. Seeing the ball very well right now. Looking to carry over her momentum from this past weekend. She was 3 for 10 in Georgia Tech series against Louisville, also had 2 home runs. Georgia Tech was swept by their ACC rivals Louisville. Trying to reset tonight, get back into that win column. Tucker will take her free base.
2 free passes, and that's something if you're Georgia Tech, you're paying attention. Is she getting behind in counts? Has she settled in? First 2 innings, pitchers sometimes mention it in the top, but it takes a moment for them to find the strike zone. New umpire, new strike zone. Before they get settled, can you take advantage? I look at teams all across the country, and the ones that do the best are the ones that hop on pitchers before they get comfortable.
This one comes inside to Addison Leschber and hit by pitch, so another free back-to-back free bases for Georgia Tech. And as you just mentioned, Nicole, those are those small errors you can't make against teams like Georgia Tech.
Yeah, bases loaded, less than 2 outs. If you're Georgia Tech, you're going right on. This is exactly how we wanted to start off this game. And we have a powerful hitter up to bat, and just being able to continue to at least score 1, at least draw some blood here in this first, especially with bases loaded less than 2.
Reese Hunter takes the first pitch strike. The catcher looking to sting first for the Yellow Jackets with bases loaded, just 1 out. Hunter having a phenomenal senior year, has improved each year here at Georgia Tech. Takes a ball outside. Went 1 for 9 over the weekend with an RBI, but she's played in 39 games, every single game for Georgia Tech this season. She's one of those behind the plate, just steady Eddie, consistent leaders. Hunter fouls one back, bring the count 1-2. If you're Rearley in the circle right now, you have to obviously be careful with the bases loaded, but also nothing will be harder than play.
Right, allow your defense to do something here with that curveball, trusting it, working away from the righty.
Hunter drills this, but it will lean foul. Got a piece of that one, was able to turn inside.
Trying to get that curveball to that outer half, get a little bit of a reach from Hunter, but you have to work that curveball spin all the way, make that wrist snap. Ball's left over the plate. We've already seen it The ball drilled out to right field, off the wall. That's what happens whenever you leave it over the plate. These Georgia Tech hitters are good.
Another one pulled foul. Hunter seeing it well. Hunter hitting .324, one of 7 Yellow Jackets hitting over 300. Hitting .316 as a team, 8th best batting average in the ACC. Also top 50 in RBIs this season. Hunter gets a piece of this one. It's gonna fade towards right center, off of the glove of Taylor. 1 run will come in. And the Yellow Jackets sting first, thanks to the single from Hunter.
Well, this one, you hate to see it because it's that flare, that bloop. This is a good pitch. She gets the win in the circle for Rearly, but Taylor, she's just reaching, and that's one of the hardest catches to make, is over the top of the head, reaching outward. But for a moment, it looked like she was waiting for her right fielder to call her off. As a second baseman, you're going all the way until you hear that outfielder call you.
First pitch to Paige Vukadinovic upstairs. So Reese Hunter heads to first, will trade places with her teammates, and bases still loaded for Vukadinovic, the senior out of Munster, Indiana. Just misses that one.
Something to think about if you're Georgia Tech. You know, you've probably watched the scout. You see where the heat chart is, and you know that really she likes to work away from hitters. I'm setting up my timing, my cadence. It's going to be on that outside half, even with the changeup. If I set up my timing to be late, I can find a way to be on time for both those pitches, find a little bit more success, and I don't feel like I'm splitting my swings and I'm not guessing as much.
Vukadinovic gets another piece of that one, fouls it back. Vukadinovic, one of 5 seniors on the team for Georgia Tech. Has some speed, but also power. Had a home run earlier in the season. It was actually first career grand slam, their series against Duke. Drills this one towards right field, over the glove of Fernandez. That will bring home Tucker. That will bring home Leshber. 2 more come across for the Yellow Jackets to extend their lead 3-0.
Line drives are one of the hardest balls to be able to field as an outfielder, but a general rule of thumb is first step back. This is a pitch that is absolutely crushed, and you saw right there just trying to jump up and find a way to catch it. Fernandez out in right field, but she got stuck, tried to backpedal. And at the moment as an outfielder, you try to backpedal, your heels get caught in the ground, you get stuck, you get those runs across the board. And Georgia Tech, they're up 3-0. You look back earlier, you saw the free passes, and they just continue to take advantage.
2 RBI double for Paige Vukadinovic. And now that brings Gracie King to the plate. We'll try to keep this 1-out rally going. First pitch inside for strike 1. King making just her 15th start this season, just a freshman with some power. Working her way in the lineup for this midweek matchup. Takes the ball outside. Rearly most recently pitched last Saturday in Game 1 in Mercer series against Wofford. 4 1/3 innings, allowed 6 earned runs in the loss. As King fouls this one off.
That one was just right in the middle of the view of the catcher, and whenever you lose sight of that, it's hard to be able to track that. And Lenzen, she lost it with the peril of the path, and she said, okay, I'm good.
She's all smiles
No
now.
worries. No need to bring out the trainer. It's all good. Let's keep playing ball. But the ones that are fouled straight back, those are the hardest for catchers. The barrel gets into the eyes.
Home plate umpire Derek Wilkins also giving her a little time. Walk into the circle. He is behind the plate tonight. Thomas Bills at first, and David Corbin, our third base blue. Strike 3 looking. Rarely able to come back, strikes out Gracie King for the second out.
Talk about a bounce back right there, just unfazed, steady. You get that big hack that just missed on that foul ball straight back. You go right back with a changeup, and that is what you want to see, spotted on the corner.
First pitch to Emma Simon comes in as a ball. It's everyday shortstop for Georgia Tech, hitting .267. One of the more consistent players in the lineup for head coach Eileen Morales. Played in all 39 games this season. You mentioned steady, unfazed for Katie Rurley. That's how first-year head coach Chris Kohlmeyer described her. She has one of those fun personalities, is able to wave things off, and you need that mind of a goldfish as a pitcher sometimes. Big cut from Simon.
It's important to be able to have that because you're gonna get hit. You're gonna give up those great pitches that find a way to fall, and if you get frustrated or you get so caught up and consumed by what happened, you won't be able to adjust. So that one, a long, hard foul ball. Talk about being steady, not letting it affect you. You go right back at this hitter again, and you don't go to that same location, but maybe go with the changeup low and away.
The 30th pitch here for Katie Rurley. Brings the count full. Georgia Tech already pushed 3 across. Bottom of the first, trying to keep this 2-out rally alive. Grounder over to short. Sysom has it, but can't finish the play. Another run comes across. Reese Hunter helps extend the lead for the Yellow Jackets 4-0.
You look at this inning, and Georgia Tech, they've had a couple of hard hits, and this one well placed in that 5-6. It's a great effort over there at short by Sysom, but being able to finish those plays, being able to have clean defense. 3 plays where I think Mercer really could have had an opportunity to get an out or make a play on something.
Quick bunt from Reagan Wall, the 9-hole hitter. It rolls foul. Wall hitting .306, one of 7 hitters over 300 from Hazel Green, Alabama. Transfer from JMU, one of 2 transfers from JMU, along with the starting pitcher, Madeline Johnson. Looking to keep the 2-out rally going alive with runners on the corners. Shows bunt, another foul.
Definitely trying to get that second runner over. Never want a first and third with 2 outs, like you mentioned. You never want that because that's an easy play for the defense. A ground ball, they now have 2 options instead of 1. So trying to get that bunt, eliminate that option, and then you have speed there in the 9 with Wall.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, the second K for Katie Rarely, but not before the Yellow Jackets sting first and push 4 across here, bottom of the first inning, thanks to a lot of hot hitting.
Georgia Tech, they come out, make an impact. They're looking to have clean, fun softball and carry some momentum into this weekend.
Last season for the Mercer Bears was a historic one. Not only did the 5-seeded Bears go on to win the SoCon tournament, they also punched their ticket to their first ever NCAA tournament in program history. Just a year of firsts for the Bears. They had a great team, but now a new head coach. First-year head coach Chris Kohlmeyer taking over the program. Over 250 career wins. Was previously the coach of Belmont and also UMBC most recently, where he led the Retrievers to 3 regular season championships, also 4 tournament titles, so he knows what it takes to play in the postseason. Drilled over to left field, Olivia Lenzen will start the Bears off with a base hit.
Well, I think there's something to be said about going to postseason for the first time and experiencing your first win in the same year. That is such a high. Postseason is a completely different animal. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what rank it is. That's what's so fun about postseason softball is the game doesn't know. It doesn't know who's supposed to win.
I love that. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day, and that's why these midweek matchups are so important, and also in-state rivalries, too. You never know. Mercer has won the last 2 matchups against Georgia Tech, even though Georgia Tech leads the overall series.
I mean, you mentioned they face each other almost every single year, so you know you're familiar with the players year in and year out, and yes, every year you'll get freshmen, you'll get transfers, but there is that feeling of, okay, we know who's coming, we know what's facing.
Speaking of that series history, 75th meeting between these two. Their campuses are separated roughly 88 miles apart from one another. Mercer jumped on the bus at 1 o'clock today. And now in action is Jessie Taylor, pops this one up. Diving back is Lenzen. She'll be back safely. So 1 retired from Georgia Tech and Madeline Johnson in the circle.
It's a good read over at short. That could have been trouble, a little bit tricky, especially with that sunshine peeking through, just half in shadow, half out of shadow as she was tailing back to catch that ball. But I think we talked about outfield and the importance of the first step. Same thing with your middles whenever that ball is in the air. First step is so important.
Megan Logren now to the plate for Mercer. Went 3 for 6 over the weekend with a run scored. Takes a first pitch strike. Big cut from Logren. Just like that, Johnson ahead in the count 0-2.
Mercer just biting at that pitch that's up in the zone, the rise ball. Again, it's hovery, so it plays tricks on your mind, plays tricks on your eyes. And I saw in the box there, Logren, her body just tilting backwards. It's almost that type of pitch where you have to tell yourself, ignore what you're seeing, trust what you know. What you know is it's flat, it's hovery, it just starts high.
Was able to hold off on that one, even the count 2-2.
It's a pretty good looking pitch as a hitter. I think she got a little lucky with that one. You want to battle that off. Do not want to surrender any at-bats, especially with the inning that Georgia Tech put together.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Johnson sits down Logren, her 2nd strikeout of the day.
She says, ball strike, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get the swinging strikeout on this one. Goes back to the rise ball, continues to tail up in the zone.
And Johnson also doing a great job getting ahead in these counts. Just right there, 6 of the last 7 hitters, including Rachel Sysom. She's had first pitch strike. And knowing that, on the flip side, as a hitter, you want to have that aggressive attacking mindset. That's something that Coach Kohlmeyer told us, that he wants his team to naturally have that aggressive mindset, both in the circle and at the plate.
And also knowing the type of pitcher that you have that's up at the plate. She's getting a lot of swings and misses on that rise ball out of the zone. If I'm Mercer, I'm going to be a little bit more patient and look for something down.
Sysom pops this up, calling for it is Simon, and she'll make the grab to end the inning. Yellow Jackets picking up the bats when we get back, looking to extend their lead 4-0. We have a couple softball series finales on Saturday. 10th ranked Florida State hosting Notre Dame at Joanne Graff Field at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then later on in the evening, number 12 Virginia Tech hosting Clemson in Blacksburg. Both are right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Georgia Tech head coach Eileen Morales in her 9th season at the helm of her alma mater. She played for the Yellow Jackets back in 2005, was a 3-time All-ACC selection, also 3rd-team All-American as a shortstop and a second baseman. High standards for herself as a player and doing the same here as a head coach.
I mean, she was pretty stellar in her own right. Just an absolute dog on the field, and we got the chance to talk to her before the game. We wandered onto the field and we were chatting with her. She was really gracious to chat with us, but you can immediately tell, like, she is somebody that loves to compete and she wants her team to go out and do that. And she was pretty frank, and she was saying, yeah, these last few weeks have been tough. It has been a battle because you have those heartbreakers where you're just missing, like you were right there, and then you fall behind, there's a lucky hit, there's a pitch that's over the zone, whatever it may be, and you walk away and you're going, man, we're right there. And it's happened several times in a row, but I tend to think like the teams that are faced with the most adversity, they find a way to make them sharper. They find a way to make them better.
Wheeler pops this up towards shallow center. Monaco is underneath it for the out. To continue the conversation, Coach Morales also not only knows what it's like to go through that adversity, she also knows the other side of it. All 4 years of her career, they went to the NCAA postseason. She was right there in the middle of a decade of dominance. 2002 to 2012, they went to the tournament every single year. They went last year as well. Now that she's the head coach, wants to get her team back. As first pitch to Holly Medina comes in as a strike.
Well, when you go to postseason a lot, you get to play in a lot of games. I mean, she was on that team that went to the Super Regional in 2009. She is Georgia Tech's all-time leader in games played with 265. That is a lot of games to be in, but she also got drafted, played for the Bandits, AUSL. Whenever college is done, there is still more. Professional softball will be on ESPN all summer long. Chicago Bandits, they're a team that is going to be based out of obviously Chicago, but with the addition of a couple of other teams rounding out not just one section of the country, but all over the country. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But Bandits, OG, I'm sure that's who she's going to be cheering for this summer.
I think that's safe to say. Medina takes a pitch inside. Holly Medina had the sac bunt back in the first inning that was a big first inning for the Yellow Jackets, pushed across 4 runs. And now Rearly back in the circle, trying to simmer down these Yellow Jackets bats. Oh, check swing from Medina, asks for help. David Corbin says no, she did not go. So 3-1 the count now to Medina. Medina went 3 for 11 this past weekend in Georgia Tech series against Louisville, had a hit in each game. And she will take her free base. One aboard for the Yellow Jackets here, bottom of the second.
3 passes came back to haunt Mercer in that first inning. And that one is a tough one. This zone is so tight, and you have to weigh out your risk versus reward if you're really, how over the plate am I willing to go? Do I want to allow that strike to get called, or do I want to hope that Georgia Tech is going to chase on this pitches on the corner?
First pitch to Grayson Tucker, outside for a ball. She walked Tucker back in the first inning. First of 2 back-to-back free bags. So Rearly trying to find a little bit of a groove here, settle in. Georgia Tech continues the threat. Deep shot to left field. Tucker, no doubter. Grayson Tucker with her 11th home run of the season as she extends Georgia Tech's lead 6-0.
You knew right off the bat that she got a hold of this rise ball high and inside. Her 11th home run of the season. I mean, she's just seeing it so well. This is a pitch that is elevated on that inside half. You got that middle up, and the way that she's able to step open and just turn on it, I mean, absolutely clears the signage out there in left field. Georgia Tech softball. Nothing like coming home, getting a big hug, celebration, and then you just continue on with your hitting streak. I mean, what a way to go, right?
That's how you do it. 9-game hitting streak for Grayson Tucker, also her 25th career home run. We have a pitching change in the circle. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back. Welcome back. Georgia Tech on top 6-0, and now in the circle for Mercer, the freshman right-hander Chloe Pless out of Alma, Georgia. Just had her most recent outing this past weekend in Game 2 against their series against Wofford. This will be just her 15th inning pitch and her 12th appearance of the season.
Well, one thing that you notice is, like you said, those innings appearance, but also those free passes almost equal, almost averaging a walk an inning.
Drilled towards left center. Leschper has enough to get it over. Addison Leschper makes it back-to-back bombs for Georgia Tech.
Hey, I mean, you can't be the only one if you're Tucker getting some of that love. Leschper says, I want a piece of that action. Give me a bite. I want it all. I mean, the second pitch of a new pitcher to come in with the mindset of I am attacking. You have to be ready to be able to hit that low and away pitch, and she just absolutely sent it. Did a really good job with getting her barrel underneath. You saw that angle on the barrel. As soon as it left, it was high and it was flying.
Leshber with her 10th home run of the season as Reese Hunter continues the rally. Grounds this one into the 5-6 hole for a base hit. So Georgia Tech with all the momentum on their side, and Mercer looking for any way to stop the bleeding here. Tough position to be in for Chloe Pless coming into the game, not only mid-inning, but also with your team trailing. As a freshman, also good experience for her. Middle of the season ahead of their remaining conference play. Vukadinovic shows bunt, pulls back. Vukadinovic able to single her last at bat. Hitting .326 coming into today. Sharp line drive into left field. Reese Hunter with a big turn at second. She'll stay put. So now 2 runners on for Georgia Tech as the rally continues.
My mind just goes to where Georgia Tech is at mentally right now as a team. You've had so many opportunities where you're right there, and those games have fallen through the crack. Coming out early in this game and scoring often, scoring multiple different ways with the long ball, with bunting over runners, just getting line drives that are just through the infield.
King right back to Pless. Heads up play, getting the out at third. Can't complete the double play, but still one more out away for Mercer.
That was a good eye by Pless. Just immediately gets back to her. She doesn't hesitate. Gets that throw over to third. Lead outs are important.
That's never an easy play for a pitcher there.
Especially whenever it takes her away. She has to do the full spin, the 360, 180. I don't know. My degrees are all messed up.
Close enough.
She spun around and she got the out. How about that?
It works. Two down away for Mercer as Emma Simon takes first pitch.
But also part of me has to think Georgia Tech, they've had this game circled for pretty much since last season.
They even have their special Georgia Peach unis just for this midweek matchup.
Yeah, we were talking about them before the game. I love the way that softball all across the country, they have just been really showing off the personality and the style of each school, and you get the peach colored jersey. I'm like, come on, I love it.
1-1 pitch. Grounder over to short, Sysom. Can't play, but it hits the runner, so that's an automatic out, and that will stop the bleeding for Mercer's defense, but not before. Georgia Tech with another sting, this time a big one from Addison Leshber. Back-to-back bombs for the Yellow Jackets.
I mean, you wanted to come out and make a statement. I think Georgia Tech has 7-0 going into the third. The bats are hot.
A midweek matchup here in downtown Atlanta, and it's been all Georgia Tech so far. Yellow Jackets on top 7-0 as we head to the top of the third. Midweek matchups have been a thing for Georgia Tech this season. This is their 8th so far this year.
They have that 3-4 record, but I mean, whenever you have those midweeks, they're great, and then they're also, it's tough because you have to prepare for the midweek. You can't look too far ahead, and whenever you have that many, you're constantly preparing for that midweek and the weekend series.
Isabel Fernandez bunts this one foul to bring the count 1-1. Those midweek matchups, they're a grind, they're tiring, but they also can add up to wins, which in turn can help you get that push to the postseason.
Yeah, and it just comes down to mindset. You look at the record and you're like, I don't know, but you look right below it, strength of schedule at number 8. So the teams that Georgia Tech have been playing, they have been elite teams. And I think, again, the record doesn't accurately reflect. These have been competitive games. They have been right there on the cusp. But the teams that learn how to finish, those are the teams that get to postseason. So if you're Georgia Tech, you're going to have to figure out a way. You have only a couple weekends left in conference play. How do you capitalize on what you have? Are you able to get one here, steal one there, start off hot, finish even hotter? That's going to be their challenge.
Swing and miss, strike 3 as Johnson sits down Fernandez for her 3rd strikeout of the day.
The rise ball has just been so effective. Mercer, they have not been able to lay off. It starts at the waist, and by the time it finishes, you can see well over the shoulder. That hovery movement. Again, those eyes are deceiving you if you're a Mercer hitter. You have to let yourself know.
Line drive right into the glove of Tucker for out number 2. That will retire Meredith Whalen and turn the lineup around to the top for the Bears. You mentioned the conference play. Just 3 conference series left for Georgia Tech, and won't be easy either. Georgia Tech will have to face right now the top team in the ACC, Florida State, also Boston College this weekend, and Virginia Tech to close out the regular season. Wins are going to be tough, but anywhere you can grab them, snatch them.
I think that's where you employ that postseason mindset of anybody can win. It doesn't matter. You have to be present and focus on this game.
Barton, hard grounder over to Tucker. Gets the out at 1 to end the inning. Georgia Tech looking to extend its lead coming up here, bottom of the 3rd. Yellow Jackets on a roll, 7-0. We are in the thick of ACC play, and it keeps getting hotter and hotter. The Seminoles and head coach Lonnie Alameda claiming her 1,000th win this past weekend, swept Clemson to remain undefeated in ACC play. They are certainly the team to try to take down Duke and Stanford. Man, a slugfest, a lot of fireworks in that one. And Louisville, who just swept Georgia Tech, they're finding their rhythm middle of the season.
That was about to say, some of these teams very familiar for Georgia Tech, Louisville. Some of those games they had to have hurt because you're so close. But if anything, it fuels your fire. They're going to have to go through a really tough Florida State team, have one of the hottest hitters in the country, and that's not an exaggeration literally at all. Issa Torres has been on fire.
One of the most exciting players to watch across the country, just set a new record for most consecutive hits in consecutive at-bats with 16. As Reagan Wall drills this one foul, brings the count 1-2. She's been an exciting player to watch, a big reason why Florida State has also been taking off during ACC play.
I just still have to talk about that because you come up 16 times and you get on base 16 times, like with a hit. I mean, that's the craziest thing.
Outside brings the count even 2-2.
I think the hit that she had to break the record or own the record completely solely was a triple. And I mean, I'm like, okay,
she
all
almost
right,
hit the cycle in that game 3. It just incredible. Outside brings the count full. When you talk about hitting streaks too, like we're talking about Grayson Tucker just extending her hitting streak to 9 in a row, we usually mean game, hitting one hit a game. With Issa Torres, we're talking about consecutive at-bats. You got to let that think in. It really is historic. Foul ball off the bat of Wall. A good fight here from the 9-hole hitter trying to turn it around. But it also speaks to the difficulty and the talent in the ACC. Florida State, 21 straight wins. Have not been beaten since before conference play. They will obviously be the top team and the favorite to win the conference. But then after that, Duke, Clemson, a lot of fight for those top spots. Wall got a piece of that one into the third base dugout.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Always.
That one almost got her. Just battling here. 8 pitches in this at bat. Wall is not going down without a fight.
Right in front of home plate, but it will be foul. She's just missing the pitch each time from Pless. Pless came in relief just this last inning, trying to simmer down the Yellow Jackets' bats.
I think that's one of the most frustrating things about a slapper is they can just spoil such a good pitch. You're like, either hit it or don't. Don't do that weak tap. But then you get those battles, and that's the type of result that you get if you're a slapper who's able to see it all the way through. As a 9-hole, your job is to turn the lineup over, whether you get on base via walk or get on base via slap. It does not matter as long as you are now a runner standing on base.
Reagan Wall does her job, passes the bat over to leadoff hitter Alyssa Willer. 1 for 2 today, had a single her first at-bat. Big cut, the throw down is second, and Wall slides in safely. Her 10th stolen base in this season. Reagan Wall has yet to be thrown out on the base path, 10 for 10.
Yeah, a little bit of help from Willer there. That was a swing through. We saw it earlier in the game, but whenever your barrel is able to get through the eyes, you're able to obstruct the catcher's eyes. Even for half a second, that catcher has to hesitate, find their sight before they get the ball down.
Roped into left field, calling for it is Whalen. She'll make the grab for out number 1. And that will bring 2-hole hitter Holly Medina to the plate. Medina walked her last at bat, has sacrificed bunt in the first, and you know, Nicole, that walk she had in the second inning, that's what started that big rally and continued the threat before the back-to-back bombs for the Yellow Jackets. Those free bases come back to haunt you.
Just to put a bow on that ACC conversation, Georgia Tech has this midweek to obviously right some wrongs from last year in their mind, but then also prepare and prep for what's upcoming this weekend. So whenever you come out, it's not, oh, well, it's just a midweek. Oh, well, you know, like we're focused on this. It is very intentional. You're aggressive. And whenever you do that, you have fun. And we were talking, what does fun mean?
Fun what? You gonna have fun playing softball?
And I think sometimes people think that means, oh, we're just out here to have a good time and everyone's just celebrating and just so happy to be here. I'm happy to be here as a competitor. That mindset is, I'm happy to be here because I love to win. I love to compete. I love to see how good I can be at bat to at bat, pitch to pitch.
Medina takes the ball outside to even the count 2-2. Also, some players tend to play a little looser, and when they play looser or a little more free, whether you're a pitcher or a hitter at the plate, sometimes success follows you there because you're not as uptight. Medina right back up the middle. Reagan Wall turns on the Jets. She'll score easily, and that will be an RBI single for Holly Medina to extend the lead 8-0.
I mean, this is taking advantage. Just one pitch ago, there was a ball that was left over the zone. You're able to capitalize on it. And then this one, even more over the zone. You take it and hit a hard line drive, get another run across the board. The zone has been so tight, and Georgia Tech, they acknowledge it. And that's what you have to do as a hitter is normally that's a strike. Not today, so I don't need to swing at it. Let her come over the plate.
Grayson Tucker takes first pitch ball. Homered her last at-bat. Helped extend the lead for Georgia Tech. Also now on a 9-game hitting streak. Seeing the ball very well middle of the season. Takes a ball low in the zone. Tucker also recorded her 100th hit this past weekend as a Yellow Jacket. So consistency and power for Tucker. Hard hitter to throw to. If you're Pless in the circle right now, what's the approach?
I think you have to try to keep that ball down, keep them leaning. You see some of those hitters for Georgia Tech, they are just waiting. Their timing is on point. Even that one, a take, not swinging at all, but you could tell she was on time for that pitch. If you can disrupt Georgia Tech's timing just a little bit, even by the unexpected pitch inside, doesn't need to be a strike, but just enough to make them back off, and then you can go back away.
Tucker drills this one deep towards center field. Going back is Monaco, but she's not gonna get there. A 2-run bomb and her second home run of the day for Grayson Tucker.
At what point does it get greedy? Not only do you have a home run, one at bat in one game, you have 2 home runs your very next at bat. Both of them 2-run home runs. She's responsible for 4 of the 10 runs that have been scored today. 4 of those runs came via the long ball off of her alone. There are other home runs in this game, but Graceland Tucker, I mean, just offensively taking advantage. And we just talked about Georgia Tech narrowing that zone, waiting for that pitch that they know that's coming over the heart of the plate. Be patient, because once it's there, that is the result that you're gonna see. Tucker gets a hold of that, sends it deep over center field.
Tucker with back-to-back bombs. Let's see if Addison Leschber can also give us a little deja vu. She homered her last at-bat. Also swinging the hot bat for Tech. Her nickname, Big Country, which I absolutely love. She's from Thrall, Texas, and Coach Morales says, yeah, she is every bit of Big Country.
Coach was talking about how her mom sometimes, whenever she comes to the game, she has a cowboy hat. And I won't lie, I'm not the most country person, but I am Texas proud. And the Houston Rodeo was in town, so I did buy a hat. I got my boots out. Not quite Big Country, but I was cosplaying like I was.
Little country?
Little
Can we call
country.
you Little Country?
Little country, yeah.
Little Country.
I'm just a little country.
2-2 count here for Leschber. Outside brings the count full. Leshburr went 2 for 8 this past weekend in their series against Louisville. Also scored a run and had a double in game 2. Trying to continue that momentum in this midweek game. Drills this one into the 3-4 hole. That will be a single for Addison Leshburr. And the rally continues for Georgia Tech.
This is where it starts to feel like it's suffocating. You look at the last 4 batters and you have that fly ball from Willer and you go, okay, great, we got that lead off. Still at first base on that walk, but you got that first out of the inning in the top lineup, and then hard hit line drive, hard hit home run, hard hit line drive, and tells you that Georgia Tech, they're seeing the ball really well and they're staying within their plan.
Reese Hunter pops up the first pitch. That will fall into the glove of Fernandez for out number 2. Hey, we have a baseball doubleheader for you tomorrow, right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Number 10 Virginia hosts number 7 Florida State at Disharoon Park in Charlottesville at 5 Eastern, and then Louisville and Duke square off at Jack Coombs Field in Durham. Should be 2 good ones. Again, that is tomorrow on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Squares around a show bunt, but pulls back. Paige Vukadinovic, back-to-back singles her first 2 at-bats. One of 7 hitters hitting over 300 coming into today. Drills this one back at Pless, goes off of her leg and into the outfield. Runners will hold. That one came right back at Chloe Pless in the circle.
Yeah, that one was an absolute rocket. Hit her in the leg. You're gonna see time call just to go out and make sure that she's okay. I definitely would want to check out my pitcher. She gets hit in the leg. Even if she says she's fine, this one was just fired out hard enough. Gets you right on the foot. She's gonna get a couple of pitches just to, all right, all clear. But that ball was hit so hard and ricocheted so hard that almost hit Leshburr, who was over at first. Almost hit her. She was running to second.
We've seen that from Georgia Tech's offense all day. Hard contact. Not a lot of mishits, not a lot of weak balls. Whether it's hard contact into the air and over the fence or ground balls, they are getting every piece of this ball from the Mercer pitchers.
Yeah, and again, going into this weekend, you want to be ready for any conference matchup, but you want to have that momentum. And right now, I mean, this is the best possible matchup that I think Georgia Tech could have as they enter in this back half of their conference slate. Midweek against a team that knocked you out of the tournament. And you're fired up and you're going right on. Not only do I want to win this game, I want to win it in fashion. Right now, Georgia Tech up 10-0. Then you carry that momentum into your series this weekend and you go, not only do I want to take that win into the weekend, I want to win this weekend in fashion. And then that winning mindset just continues and propels itself.
First pitch to Gracie King comes in as a ball. We always talk about how hitting is contagious in softball, so is winning. And momentum is a tangible thing in this sport.
You know, once you get a taste for winning, it's kind of hard to let it go.
King fouls this one back. 2 runners on for Georgia Tech as they continue the threat here, bottom of the 3rd. Gracie King making just her 15th start this season in the 7-hole spot for the Yellow Jackets out of Boone, Iowa. Freshman gets a hold of this one, but foul. Good contact by King. She hasn't played since the Duke series, so it's been a little while. Always good to get, when you get back in the lineup, get your cuts in, make every one of those at-bats count.
Sometimes a coach, you'll see something in practice, whether maybe you don't get the opportunity in game, you don't get those starts, but you see something in practice. And even just that swing right there, just battling with 2 strikes, not letting the umpire dictate, am I going to get rung up on this pitch, just fouling it off, staying in this at-bat. But you get the opportunity in a midweek and you take advantage and you show good things, you get another opportunity during the weekend series.
King ropes this one through the 5-6 hole. Leshburr turning on the wheels. She'll be home safely as Vukadinovic slides into 3rd. Will hold up there. But that's a RBI single and then some for Gracie King. How about that?
I was just talking about taking advantage of the opportunities. You do good things, you get more. And you saw that pitch down low in the zone. She had fouled off a couple already that were those borderline pitches, just being tenacious with that is not going to be the pitch that gets me out of this at bat. I'm gonna foul it off, I'm gonna do whatever I can. And whenever I see something that I can hit hard, that is what I'm gonna do. And that one hit through the 5-6, scores another run. Georgia Tech, they are just complete hitters throughout this lineup 1 through 9.
11-0 Yellow Jackets on top as Emma Simon will look to keep the momentum going. So far today for Georgia Tech, Nicole, you mentioned how much this offense is clicking right now. Every single Yellow Jacket in this offense has reached. Simon ropes this towards right field, but is right into the glove of Fernandez. And that will end the inning. Hey, stick around. We're gonna hear from first-year head coach Chris Kohlmeyer when we return. Welcome back to Mewborn Field. Georgia Tech on top 11-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. Madeline Johnson turns to the circle for Tech, and she's had a nice day so far in this midweek matchup. Has scattered just 1 hit in 3 innings pitched. No walks, 3 strikeouts. She's dealing in the circle.
And it goes back again to the mindset. It's fun as a pitcher whenever you're going out, getting ahead. That rise ball has just been the terror for Mercer today, honestly. It's spinny, it's hovery, makes you want to jump and lunge at it. And then she's been able to offset it really well with her screwball. I mean, it has good movement, and I think the biggest piece that has been a part of her success today has been the rise ball is at that very highest point of the zone. That screwball, oftentimes she places it right at the knee.
Daniela Monaco gets a hold of this one. That tail's fair. She'll turn the corner, head to 2. And Daniela Monaco getting things started here, top of the fourth, with a double.
I was just talking about how that screwball is just placed so well. Whenever you know the rise ball is the one that you're missing on, you have to pick a different one. But Willard not even close on this dive, especially as an outfielder on those corners. You have to be sure if you're gonna leave your feet that that ball is going to be in your glove or trapped and stay in front of you.
Monaco with her 3rd double of the season. This one grounded over to Leshber, and she will retire Grace Jones. but Monaco able to move over to third, the first runner in scoring position today for the Bears. Crucial opportunity here, top of the fourth, for the Bears to get back in this thing.
If you're Georgia Tech, you're just trying to continue the dominance that you had. And if you get a runner on third, they get a run scored in. Right now it's 11-0. You can't be so caught up in that runner. You just want to continue to be throwing the way that you have. This is now the second time through the lineup, so Mercer, those hitters that first time through, they've been itching to get back up again and make that adjustment.
Olivia Lenzen fouls this one back, inside pitch. You mentioned second time through the lineup. What adjustment do you want to see them make on Madeline Johnson?
What you just saw from Lenzen right there, going after the screwball, that hit. Nice line drive by Monaco, again on the screwball, trying to keep that rise ball just out of the question.
Lenzen ropes this to left field. Say goodbye, Olivia Lenzen. Her 6th home run of the season, and she gets the Bears on the board.
A big smile and a big welcome home. Lenzen hits Georgia Tech softball out there in left field. Attack, attack, attack. You can see the way that Mercer has been swinging this inning. And I was just talking about, we want to lay off the rise ball. Lenzen said, no, that's the pitch that I want to hit all over this one. Over the middle of the plate. This is above her shoulders. And just the way that she's able to continue that barrel higher and higher and higher.
Lenzen has now home runned in 3 of the last 4 games. She's on fire, trying to get things going for the Bears. New pitcher in the circle. We'll introduce you to her when we come back. Sophomore right-hander Sydney Watts in the circle. She'll take over here, just coming off of a no-hitter last week against West Georgia. First no-hitter for Tech since 2021. First pitch to Jessie Taylor, fouled off for strike 1.
I really like the combination of going from Johnson, who is spinny, up, to Watts, who throws hard and down. As a hitter, your barrel angle has to dramatically change. Her drop is the start of the show, but she can go multiple different ways.
Taylor pops this one up. Tucker had to come all the way from third to home plate to make the out, but she does so 1 down. That will bring up Megan Logren for Mercer. Struck out in her last at-bat, but with a new pitcher, starts all over. Got to make quick adjustments, got to figure her out quick.
You mentioned adjustments. Even though that was an out, Taylor 2 swings, and she looked like she was on time. She looked ready. I mean, that was a hard hit, just way underneath it, high fly ball. If you're able to get on time early, I think we're going to see Mercer just continue to chip away.
Big cut from Logren. Sixteenth appearance for Sydney Watts. Has been one of their go-to relief pitchers this season. Comes right back in for strike 2. Just a sophomore. Last year, her freshman year, made 12 starts, appeared in 16 games, and finished with a perfect 3-0 record. Trying to continue to build off that momentum from year 1.
love the fact that Georgia Tech has a sophomore that they can go to in relief. Tells you they have a lot of confidence that she's going to come in and get the job done.
Well, in the zone brings the count full. Mercer head coach Chris Kohlmeyer telling us when it comes to the offensive mindset, he wants his hitters to be in attack mode, and when you have a brand new pitcher coming in, that's absolutely the mindset you need. Rips this one foul.
Whatever it was Mercer saw, heard the dugout yell, sit on that changeup. They were able to get that early. That goes with film prior. You know, that's the first time we've seen that off speed from her.
Big cut for strike 3 from Megan Laughren. Make that the 4th strikeout of the day for Madeline Johnson. She is dealing. Stay with us. Georgia Tech on top, and we'll talk to head coach Eileen Morales coming up after the break. Welcome back. Georgia Tech on top, 11-2, bottom of the 4th. We're joined now by Georgia Tech head coach Eileen Morales. And coach, every single one of your Yellow Jackets in the lineup tonight has reached. What's been clicking so well for your offense?
I think hitting can be contagious, right? And so I think Alyssa Willer set the tone with the first at bat, and yeah, we just kept passing the bat, so it's fun to see.
Coach, talking about the tone, the mindset going in, obviously facing Mercer, the team that ended your season last year, has to be a little bit of extra edge, but the way that y'all have continued to attack, scoring every single inning, what's been the mindset of the team?
I think we've got to go out there and want to have that mentality. That's been one of our goals, and I think we're doing a nice job of that. It always doesn't work out that way, but I love the way they're competing. I love the way we're putting pressure on, and at the right time, right? We need to feel this way, so it's been fun so far.
Thank you, coach. Appreciate the time.
Thank y'all.
8 of 9 hitters with a hit so far today. We've talked about momentum, how it's contagious. Now the goal, take this moment, finish the job here tonight, of course, but then take that into this weekend in their ACC series against Boston College.
Yeah, and to your point, finish the job. Job's not finished. Isn't that what Kobe said? Something like that,
yeah.
Right?
So,
but that has been the Achilles heel of Georgia Tech. They have just been putting themselves in great positions, and then the tail end of the game, they've kind of wavered a little bit. And Mercer, that big 2-run home run, kind of made some noise. Ultimately, not right now affecting Georgia Tech too much, 11-2, but you want to see them finish sharp.
Grace McKillop in the circle now for Mercer. New pitcher, the junior right-hander, making her 13th appearance on the season. 37 walks, 23 Ks. The last outing was game 2 this past weekend against Wofford, as she throws ball 3 to Reagan Wall, the 9-hole hitter. McKillop pitched 2 innings, allowed just 1 earned run and 1 strikeout in their Saturday contest against the Terriers. 4 straight balls free bag for Reagan Wall.
Second time that Pless has given her that free bag, and again, it's just surrendering that bottom half of the lineup.
So one runner aboard now for Georgia Tech, and that will bring up the top of the lineup, Alyssa Willer. We just heard from Coach Amo saying how when she goes, the rest of the team goes. She's been setting the tone at the top of this lineup today for Georgia Tech's offense. First pitch comes in as a strike.
I always love the coaches' interviews. I know they don't because it's in the middle of the game, but I love getting to have that insight from the coaches. Would have loved to ask her a couple more questions, like what the heck has Tucker been eating? What is the meal routine, the workout routine? I need to replicate it. But offensively, whenever you have 8 out of your 9 batters in the lineup having a hit, and then almost all of them just seeing the ball so well, and then every single one of your lineup hitters being able to get on base tonight.
Alyssa Willer with a great freshman year, but how about this sophomore season? Even better. No sophomore slump for her as she takes a strike inside. Willer with a run scored, base hit. 1 for 3 today. One of several players that have started all 39 games for Georgia Tech. Runner goes, the throw not in time. So Reagan Wall swipes another bag. That's her second stolen base of the game. She's now a perfect 11 for 11 on the season.
I mean, that was good anticipation there. Like you said, 11 for 11. She reads the ball really well. That ball down in the dirt, just takes off. Able to get into scoring position.
Willer gets a piece of that one. McKillop, the new pitcher for Mercer. Third pitcher today for the Bears, trying to stop the bleeding here, bottom of the 4th. Lays off the rise.
No, one thing that we've been talking about all day long with Mercer pitchers is their struggle with the strike zone, whether you're missing too far, and then the opposite end, it felt like they're missing way over the plate. Killip, whenever you look at her splits and her heat maps, she's actually one of the best pitchers in this lineup of battery that does a good job of hitting those corners. So whenever she does throw strikes, they are spotted up on the corners. But whenever she doesn't, she has a lot of free passes to her name this year.
Back-to-back walks from McKillop. You're right, that's now 39 walks on the season to her 23 Ks. It's a tough position to come in anytime you come middle of a game when your team is trailing. But giving up free bags always seems to find a way to come back and haunt you.
I think that's where you enter into, as a pitcher, as just an athlete, that competitive mindset of, I don't care what the score is. Like, I have an opportunity to throw a pitch. I want it to be the best pitch that I can throw. I know I'm coming in. Maybe I'm not 100% warm. Doesn't matter. I'm going to give 100% of this pitch. I'm going to trust my spin. I'm going to trust my defense. I'm going to let it rip.
Holly Medina has definitely given 100% today. 1 for 1, 2 runs scored and an RBI. She takes a ball outside, bring the count 2-1. Medina, one of 4 transfers on this Georgia Tech team, transferred over from Cal, California native. Lays off the rise, upstairs and inside. Three straight free bags for Georgia Tech.
You get 3 straight walks as a hitter. Immediately I go into take. I'm not taking until I see a strike. I may even take until I have 2 strikes. I want to be really patient, make this pitcher feel pressure to throw it across the plate.
Grayson Tucker at the plate now for Georgia Tech. And back-to-back bombs in the second and third innings. Both Tucker and also Addison Leschberg right behind her. The two of them have reached base safely all 6 at-bats today. This is the meat of the lineup and a tough position to be in for Mercer. Takes a strike.
Like I said, I would wait until I get to 2 strikes and back-to-back right there.
What's your mindset right now if you're Grace McCullough in the circle?
Just continue to throw at the plate, throw at my catcher. I'm not even looking at the hitter. I'm throwing at my catcher, finding a small target.
Shot right back up the middle. That will score 1. Wheeler turns on the Jets, comes on home safely. RBI single for Grayson Tucker. 4 for 4 on the day.
With that hit, being able to get 2 runs across the board, Georgia Tech has been able to score in every single inning. In 3 of those innings, it has been because of Tucker. Her at-bats have just been so productive. Talked about seeing a beach ball.
We did say it's not summer yet, but she's getting into the summer groove very quickly. Seeing beach balls at the plate. First pitch to Addison Leschberg comes in as a ball. Another hot hitter for Georgia Tech today. Addison Leschberg homered back in the second inning. That was part of those back-to-back bombs from the Yellow Jackets. She takes a ball outside, brings the count 2-0.
What I love most about this inning so far, this body of work, besides the patience at the plate from Georgia Tech and these hitters, has been the 2 runs that they scored. Because just half an inning ago, you had Mercer respond for the first time all game with 2 runs. And immediately you come back in the bottom half of the inning and you score 2 more. I mean, deflated right there. That is the suffocating energy if you're Georgia Tech that you want to push out onto this Mercer team.
Leschberg fouls this one off. Evens the count 2-2.
There was a fan leaning on, and this is a net, so it's not the traditional fence, but he's leaning up there. He was pretty close to that net. He jumped back in a hurry.
Yeah, better watch out the way this team has been swinging it today. 2-2 pitch to Leschberg. Another foul ball. We talked about her power. This one sent over the left center fence. Addison Leschberg's 10th home run of the season. I guess that's why they call her Big Country, right? Swing and a miss, strike 3. Grace McCullough comes in, sits down Addison Leschberg. Second out of the inning.
That response right there, whenever you have a hitter just fouling off pitch after pitch, she knows that she's chasing a little bit more. Every single pitch has been farther and farther outside of the zone. That one, the screwball, completely outside of the zone, about a ball and a half, gets a chase and the strikeout.
Reese Hunter, big hack for strike 1. First strikeout of the day for Grace McCullough. Is now one away for Mercer. The senior, Hunter, seeing the ball well, 2 for 3 today. Gets a piece of this one, but foul. She singled in her first 2 at-bats back in the first and second innings. Another one of those go-to leaders on this team. Has played in all 39 games. With all the transfers and freshmen Georgia Tech has, they also have a lot of veterans, and Reese Hunter's one of them. Pokes this one towards right field, but that will drift foul.
And this is the hardest thing, right? With a score that's 13-2 as a hitter, it can be so easy to get lulled in. You saw how this inning started, 3 straight walks. Patient, patient, patient. But I look at Hunter and Leschberg, that strikeout, the pitch that she chased after, and some of the pitches that Hunter's gone after, they've been a little bit less disciplined and more free swinging.
Inside for a strike. Sits down Reese Hunter, back-to-back strikeouts for McCullough.
Just expanding the zone and then going inside. Hasn't seen that part of the plate all at bat long, and you can see Hunter's caught by surprise. Even gets her up on the tippy toes.
Meanwhile, Grayson Tucker moves up to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position as Paige Vukadinovic takes first pitch ball, trying to get this 2-out rally going. Drills this one into the right center gap. That will bring home 1. That will bring home 2 Yellow Jackets. Vukadinovic slides in safely. 2 RBI double for the Munster, Indiana native, the senior for the Yellow Jackets.
This pitch inside, low, tight on the knee. Hadn't seen too many inside pitches, and then just then one at bat ago, 1 pitch ago, the strikeout on that inside half. Have to say, whenever you're on deck, you gotta pay attention because you could get that same exact pitch, and that's exactly what happens. Just drills it into right center. And that's what I was talking about, is don't let your attention waver if you're Georgia Tech. It's so easy to look at the score and say, we did what we needed to do, dust off our hands, we got the win, congrats, but not surrendering at bats. It's not about the win and loss, it's about competing me versus the pitcher right here.
Georgia Tech continuing the momentum here with a pinch hitter, freshman catcher Peyton Miller. Her first appearance in today's contest. Gets a piece of this one, but drifts foul. This is just Miller's 5th career at bat. Again, she's a freshman. So able to get some midweek reps in. Those are always crucial down the stretch of the season. A great time here to try to continue the momentum for the Yellow Jackets with a runner in scoring position. Miller gets a hold of this one towards center field. Underneath it is Monaco, and she'll make the grab, but not before the Yellow Jackets sting again. They push 4 more across as they lead 15-2 here in Atlanta. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets continue to sting inning after inning. 15 hits and 15 runs to show for it. 8 hitters have a hit on the day so far.
How's that for being concise? You have 15 hits, 15 runs. You are not trying to do too much if you're Georgia Tech. You're just seeing the ball well and sticking to your game plan. It has worked very, very well for them all game long.
Sydney Watts back in the circle for Georgia Tech. As Rachel Sysom gets a hold of this one, going back is Vukadinovic, but she's there for the grab, 1 down. Mercer starting to make some stronger contact, making adjustments on the new pitcher, Sydney Watts, but just unfortunately hitting it at people, and sometimes the key is hit it where they're not. Simple as that. Isabel Fernandez takes first pitch ball.
Every time it felt like Mercer was seeing the ball well or getting momentum or something, Georgia Tech would immediately come back, respond, and shut it down.
This one comes inside, clips Fernandez, so she'll get the free bag. 1 aboard for the Bears.
Find a way on, it doesn't matter how, but get those base runners on board. And again, we're here in the 5th inning. Georgia Tech solidly in front, 15-2. And it can be so easy on the flip side. We talked about offensive mindset for Mercer to just go, oh, we're not going to win. We don't know, like, there's no way we can score that many runs in the top of the 5th inning. But immediately you have to fix and right that mindset to go, this at-bat matters. And you pass a bat often enough, you're going to get runs across. And it doesn't matter if it's 1 or if it's 15. Passing the bat is going to make you a tougher hitter. It's going to make you a better lineup. It's going to make you a team that is relentless, that's tough to beat. And that's where you're kind of finely tuned, is in these moments where it can be so easy to go, it doesn't matter as much. Every at-bat matters.
Especially in the sport of softball, you never know what's gonna happen. That happened last night on the ACC network. Pitt versus Penn State. It was what looked like Penn State was in control, but then the Panthers come back, bottom of the 7th, score 6 to walk it off. You just never know. And going back to your point, hitting is contagious, momentum is contagious.
Duke did the same thing last weekend. So you see it all over, and it's that mindset of it doesn't matter.
Whalen ropes this towards second. Medina makes the grab for out number 2. So now the Bears down to their final out.
Well, it's been fun watching Georgia Tech this evening, and just the way that they have come out swinging hard. Scored 4 runs in every single inning except for the second. I don't know what was going on. They maybe had an off inning. I don't know, but the fact that they were able to do that and just be so consistent, that's what they were looking for.
Avery Barton fouls this one off.
I know what happened. In the second inning, they had back-to-back home runs. That's why they only scored 3.
Oh, that's all. That's all. Just back-to-back home runs. But more importantly, hoping Georgia Tech can continue this momentum in their 3-game series against Boston College. As Whalen takes off her second, she will slide in safely. So runner in scoring position for the second time today for the Bears, with arguably their best hitter at the plate in Avery Barton.
Good read on that pitch. Gets down and also behind the batter. So as a catcher, you have to get your body out from behind the batter, get your arm from behind the batter. And by then, you have 3-4 steps as a base runner.
Big swing and a miss for Barton.
All-speed rise ball. Didn't see that one on the scout. Surprised her and me. Nasty pitch.
Strike 3 looking. Watts retires the final out of the game. Georgia Tech wins it 15-2 over their in-state rivals.
Georgia Tech just coming out with revenge on their mind. 15-2. They had hit after hit, but the second inning, you really felt like they were gonna be in a groove for the rest of the game. Back-to-back home runs. I mean, the ball was just flying.
A lot of fireworks here at Newborn Field in downtown Atlanta. Back-to-back bombs, 3 home runs, 8 of 9 hitters getting a hit. It was an offensive explosion for the Yellow Jackets, and they hope to continue that momentum in their ACC series against Boston College this weekend.
I think my favorite thing is that run production throughout all the innings. If you can have hitters that are consistent, that are tough, several tough at-bats, long pitch at-bats. Georgia Tech, they were relentless in the box and the pitcher's mound, and all in all game tonight.
Head coach Eileen Morales wanted her team to play a complete game, and they did it in all 3 phases. 15 hits and 15 runs to show for it. Georgia Tech on top 15-2. That will do it for us here at Mewborn Field. For my wonderful analyst, Nicole Mendez, our producer, Tanner Phipps, director, Arthur Kai, graphics, Carly Welch. My name is Jill Jelnick saying so long from Atlanta. Georgia Tech on top 15-2.